Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I am going to show you my new testing machine. So, in the short that I had made, I asked if you think that this is my new testing machine. I'm making this video to tell you what it is. All I have to do is pull the old hard drive out because it has the previous owner's data on it and they would like it. So all I have to do is that, and this computer is totally mine. So here's how I got this computer. This computer was a family member's, and what had happened is this computer's really old. It started to slow down on them, and it was basically becoming incompatible with everything this particular family member did. So she got a new one, and so that family member is my grandmother. This computer is very sentimental to me, and I'm going to explain why in a minute here. So this was the last computer that my grandpa got. So what it is, it's my grandmother and my grandfather, they are married, and back in 09 they needed a new computer because they had an old HP. They were big fans of HP, so they had an old HP and they got this computer. Now my grandpa actually got this from Costco, and it was a higher end model, as you could see on the front here. So it came with an internal SD card reader, SD card readers, all those, because remember, not everything thing that used a micro SD card at this time. They had the big cards, the big what they call XD, I believe, and they were the big cards. So this has this. So the only thing I did to this computer when they had it was put in a Blu-ray DVD drive, because the DVD drive in there had stopped working. So, and as you can see down here, it has Beats Audio, and if I move this down, you see the headphones with the B on it. This Beats Audio, somebody my age, I'm 35, so basically anybody my age is going to know what Beats Audio is. But for those of you who don't know, there's a rapper out there by the name of Dr. Dre. He created Beats Audio and then sold it. So that at this particular time, they teamed up with HP and did this. So here's why this computer is sentimental. This was the last computer that my grandpa bought into my grandparents' house. Unfortunately, he's no longer around, so I'm not going to do too much to this computer. I'm just going to put 2 graphics cards in there. I'm going to keep the DVD drive in there, and I am going to swap out the hard drive for obviously professional reasons. So fortunately, like I stated, my grandpa's no longer around, so that's why I'm not going to do this, and I'm going to affectionately call this computer Grandpa's computer. So if I turn it to the side here, if I turn the computer here, alright, so this is what it came with. This is the serial number right here. This is an AMD, and if you ever look up AMD, I know I said this before, AMD stands for Advanced Micro Technologies. I know there's a D in there. Go figure. Alright, so it has Premier Experience, which is a HP specific thing, multi-display compatible. I will show that when I open this computer up, because I will open this computer up in this not in this video, because it's kind of late where I'm at right now. So, and it came with Norton, and it came with Windows 7. So this was back in 2009. Um, it came with 6 gigs of DDR3, which the original sticks of memory are still in this machine. 1 terabyte hard drive, which is still in this machine. Super multi DVD burner. That has since long gone. And it says wireless LAN 802.11 B/G/N. At this time, the compatibilities with wireless was kind of weird, because if you look here, G is compatible with B, but it's not compatible with other letters. It was kind of weird at the time. But N is basically everything. N is like plug and play. So, but at the time they went B, G, N, and stuff like that. And it says genuine Windows 7 Home Premium. About that, it was Windows 7 up until about 3 years ago. And then my grandpa accidentally installed Windows 10 on it, but it turned out to be a good thing for him. Alright, so this is the serial number stuff, and this is this. So basically, I'm covering up some personal information on there. I gotta get that off too. So basically, this computer is totally original, except for a few things. So I am going to put more memory in it and another hard drive, and then I'll get it going. Now, here's why my grandmother had to get a new computer as well. The thing is, she didn't want to buy a new computer, but the problem was all the stuff started to become incompatible. So what's happening now is the incompatibilities with stuff is starting to show with Windows 10 as years go on. Everything's Windows 11. When Windows 12, supposedly there's a rumor that Windows 12 will be coming out within the next couple of years. And the problem is if your computer's not compatible with Windows 11, it's sure not going to be compatible with Windows 12. If Windows 12 actually exists. I have to look into that further. So, if you don't upgrade your hardware, you're going to get left in the dust and it won't work. So basically, that's how I ended up getting this computer. She has another HP, a newer HP with more RAM than she actually needs, but it'll actually work for what she wants. So if I turn it to the back, I know I said I was going to show it in another video, but I don't have it hooked up right now, so I can show you. So basically, this computer had a very, very weird setup. This is normal. This is your line in. This is your sound. This is your microphone, and this is for like a movie entertainment type stuff. And then you have two USB 3.0 ports, which was a good buy. My grandpa did a good job buying this. So he didn't know that was USB 3.0, but he did a good job buying this. And this is the weirdest one of them all. This is the DVI. There's two DVI ports. So basically on board, this computer came with two graphics cards attached to the board, basically. Now, the problem with this setup right here, is there is a special DVI cable you needed that came with the computer. And without that DVI cable, you can't get graphics. It's an OEM specific DVI. Actually, it's really not, because I have the DVI cables. But if you try to use adapters on it, it didn't work quite right for me. But I do have, so if I have two DVI cables and two monitors, even with let's say a VGA to DVI adapter, this computer has two graphics cards installed. I will not be using these I'm going to basically put different graphics cards in there, and so then this way they're compatible with what I'm working with, so I don't have to buy adapters, so I have to see what ports are on the board. Now I know there's PCI Express. I don't know if there's. I haven't been in this computer probably in a long time, so I forget if there's PCI, so I have to look. So, as long as you have a DVI cable, I could, because I actually hooked it up to my daily use machine monitor and it worked fine. Um, but I tried to use an adapter, that cable in an adapter, and it did not work right. So, anyway, so that's all there is. And I have the power supply from the other HP, which was basically the same model. And I have to check the power supplies because if the one from the other HP that I have is better, I'm going to put that in here and take this one out. So, as you can see, nothing has been punched out. This computer is completely original from basically factory, except for the DVD drive and the operating system, obviously. So, if I turn it up just like this, you can see the Beats audio. 2 front USB 3.0 ports, headphones, and microphone. And just like that. And what's cool is this is all that's right here is a light. It's an LED light. So when I turn the computer on, it lights up. Alright. So anyway, with that said, that is it for this video. Please comment, like, subscribe, and click that bell for more notifications.